Awesome. Ha ha ha. Incredible. Oh man. Oh, they're so strong now. Stop it. Ooh, fantastic. Terrific. Oh, baby. Oh, magnificent. Excellent. Oh. Ah, splendid. Wonderful. Wonderful. Oh, superb. Oh. Oh. Unbelievable. Now that was tremendous. Great caving run. Look at this stuff. All these goodies. We have 2 stacks of iron. No, no, no. 3 stacks. No, 4 stacks of iron. Oh my goodness. 47 lapis. And the main thing I went for, oh yeah, 50 gold, is the redstone. Stack and a half pretty much. So that's great. Wonderful. Magnificent. I'm going to stop. So, this redstone update, it has been, oh, I've used up all my words. I'm out of words. Yeah, it's just so cool. When it first came out, it's like, okay, so there's comparators. Alright. Not really sure how I can use that. And then there's hoppers, and, that's kind of clear, you can automate farms and all that. But now I'm really starting to see how you can use them to do some pretty cool stuff. Or to use all these new features to do cool stuff. My redstone supply, though, is very, very low as usual. So, have to go caving specifically for it. And we will take some of this. Like, you can automate anything now. Like, you can automate furnaces, you can automate brewing, automate farms. Really cool stuff. And we may as well smelt the gold, too. But, you can also... Like, this is what I like about the stuff Mojang introduces to the game. Like, sure, it's pretty obvious some of the uses for this stuff, but there's also a lot of, like you take comparators and hoppers and you can combine them to make other key components to making even cooler stuff when you combine those key components, and it just you get all these cool cool features from just a few new blocks, redstone blocks. And we're going to get into that a little deeper today. This is going to be, again, kind of a redstone themed episode, although I'm not really going to focus on the redstone. I'm going to focus on the logic and all that stuff that everyone can appreciate, I hope. We're going to enchant a pick. Let's enchant the pick. No, let's enchant a sword. We're going to do a sword. Yeah. Oh, the lag. I can't quite tell. Like, for a while I thought maybe my frame rate dropped, but maybe not. Yeah, we're gonna make a coal sword today. Yeah, I actually got a what do you call it? A solid state drive the other day. I haven't installed it yet though. But when I get that installed, I'm gonna do all my recording to that, and my frame rate should be a lot better when I'm playing Minecraft and recording. I hope. Have to get around to doing that though. Alright. And looting? Nope. Oh. It's bedtime. I don't actually have a bed down here. Otherwise I'd go to sleep. Do I have one in this chest? I just want to try this out. I'm wondering how close that song plays towards where I can get the morning song to play, because it might... I might have to wait a few seconds longer after that song. Alright, so pretty soon after, maybe even right after, I hear the nighttime song. If I sleep, I can hear the morning song. I think. Anyway, I'm gonna bust this stuff up, get a bunch of redstone, and I'll introduce you to my plan for today. Alright, so here's the plan for today. As you guys know, in my single player world here, I am all alone. Nobody here with me. I'm not necessarily lonely, but you know, I wouldn't mind having a companion. I need my Wilson, you could say. So I've thought about maybe taming a wolf or an ocelot, and have them as a companion. I've tried that in the past though, and honestly, they always die. Usually they get in my way, or something happens to them. They disappear. Especially when there was all those glitches with them teleporting and yeah. Anyway, so I don't think I'm gonna go that route. What I would like to do is build a pet. And we're gonna use redstone to program our pet. Oh, it's dark out. Sun going down? Sun going down. Alright. So, somewhere in my cave, I'm going to build them. And basically, I'm trying to... I haven't done anything with this, by the way. Oh, there it goes. Oh, multiple note blocks. What the heck? It's because I logged out, I bet you. Yeah, I don't know what that was. It's a logout glitch. Anyway, the goal is to kind of emulate Tamagotchi in Minecraft. If you guys know what Tamagotchi is, I'm sure most people know what it is. I've never owned a Tamagotchi, but I know when I was a kid, I had it on my computer, and I have vague memory of how it worked. But I looked online for I can sleep for the game mechanics behind that, and I'm going to try emulate that. So, I want a face for our pet, first of all. So let's try pick out a face. We're going to build a screen, sort of, here. So, I think I'm going to try a 7x7 and see what we can make out of that. We want our pet to express emotion, if possible. So, happy faces, sad faces. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's only 4. That kind of thing. You know what I really like about this quartz block, by the way? You can break it easy. Look at that. So, it's good for building temporary things like this. We're going to move this. Oh yeah, we got to pick out a spot for it too. What is that? 3, 6, 7. Okay, so I think that's about the size of screen I want for our pet. And give it some eyes. And maybe a mouth. Well, yeah, definitely a mouth. let's do a happy. Oh yeah. All right, that's the future face of our pet. So, he's gonna have different moods. I'm gonna try to program different moods into him, different happiness levels. So I think that will be happy. Happy mood. Let's try give him a neutral. What does this look like? What's with all the skeleton noises? Okay, that's a good neutral face. And then I guess the opposite of a happy face is a sad face. Let's see. Yeah, that's gonna be our sad face. And maybe... Okay, we need a dead face too. Let's just do this. I think this will work. That's kind of like in Pac-Man, you know, the ghosts. Looks a little too lively though. Let's tinker with the eyes a bit. Sure, why not? Okay, that's gonna be our dead face. and dead face. Actually, if we do that, what's it look like if we have our sad face back? Alright, that's gonna be like beyond sad, this face here. This is like, I don't care about anything anymore. You don't treat me right face. And if we do that reversed, we might have like a super content with life. Oh yeah, super content with life face. So that's above happy face. Alright, so we got 6 different faces there. We have super happy, happy, neutral, sad, and I hate you. And then our dead face. Cool. Okay, I'm happy with that. That's a good range. So what I did here is I just took a moment to write a book. Pet Project Plan. It's a bestseller. People love it. This book here outlines some of my plans for our pet here, for our game, and how the mechanics are going to work. And I did this so you guys can see kind of the end goal for this, what I'm aiming for. I haven't built this in creative or anything, so you're kind of along on the ride with me here. We're going to try to figure it out together. It's going to be very complicated. It's going to take a bit of time. We're not doing it today, totally. But yeah, this is what we're shooting for. So with our pet, we want him to have stats. I figured out I want these 6 main stats, I guess. And the mechanics for this, by the way, again, is based off of Tamagotchi. I went to the Tamagotchi wiki page and read on it, and I broke it down into these 6 stats is what I think we want our pet to have. So he's going to have an age over time. Well, actually, I'm not going to get into the details just yet. Age, happiness, hunger, health, weight, attention. These will define how well our pet is doing. Okay? So, like with our face here, this is going to be a direct reflection of his happiness level. So, if his happiness level is full, he's going to have this face. If it's all the way down, he's going to have the I hate you face. And if health is all the way down, he's going to be dead, and he'll have the dead face. Okay, so that's kind of how that mechanic's going to work. And we're going to have stat bars beside his face, one for each of these. Probably the age bar is going to be over top his head here. We're going to use lamps to show this information. And basically with a game, you need like 4 key components. You need a timer, so a game timing that constantly loops, and every loop it does different calculations and updates events and causes stuff to happen in the game, right? So I just made a tutorial on the hopper timer. That's what I'm going to use to do stuff. So like over time, age is going to keep increasing, and we're going to use a timer to do that, for example. Or hunger is going to decrease constantly over time. All right. We also need, what do we need? We need logic in the game. So we're going to do that using redstone. We're going to connect the different stats together in different ways for our logic. And we need a way for the player to interact with the game. So we're going to have like a hopper we can throw food in to feed him. Stuff like that. And importantly here, we need variables. Each of these stats is a variable. And thanks to the redstone update, we can actually do variables in this game, sort of. These hoppers are amazing. This is like my favorite mechanic in the game right now. When you put 2 hoppers together, you can do amazing things. So I kind of found out a way I can do a variable. If we do this, and then put a block beside it with a redstone torch, like that, we can do some pretty cool stuff. And then we can control it with redstone, like that. So let's put, actually just a second here. We need comparators. I don't have comparators. I'll be right back. Alright, so check this out. This is my example of how you can do a variable in this game now. This block and redstone torch combo here is very cool because it allows us to control which hopper is feeding into the other one. One of them is always going to be powered, one of them is always going to be unpowered with that. Then I also have a lever up here which powers both of them, or like freezes everything if it's powered. So if I switch this when it's frozen, nothing happens. And what we can do with this lever is basically control addition and subtraction in our variable. So we have 64 plus 28 items in here. This is just enough to light up 5 redstone spaces, or 5 lights here. Now if we unfreeze this, nothing happens because it's on subtraction right now, we could say. If we switch it to addition, it's going to start going this way. So we can add or we can subtract from our variable very easily with this, and then we can freeze it. So like when an update happens, we can either take away or add to a stat very easily, depending on how long we unpower this and whether we're adding or subtracting. Yeah, and there's also, this is another cool trick by the way, if we use an item that doesn't stack as much, like ender pearls or eggs, we can make it go quicker too. So we have like a 4 times speed mode here. Whoops. Whoops. Stuff is still sticking. There we go. How many do we need? 1, 2. Oh, another one still. Another one still. We had it right. Darn it. Okay. So now watch how fast this changes compared to before. Pretty fast. And we switch it, starts going the other way. And yeah, you get the idea. So, you see where I'm going with this then? I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I hope you're excited. So let's go back to our pet project plan. For each of these stats, I kind of wrote out a rough little idea of how I want them to interact in the game. So age down here, every update add a constant amount to age. So our pet will get older at a constant rate, and basically if he gets to his full age, which will probably be represented by 15 lamps, then it's like we win. We kept them alive. Then under hunger, pet needs to be fed frequently. Hunger drains at a constant rate, so our game clock's going to keep draining away the hunger. Hunger can be replenished with various meals and snacks. So we throw food into the hopper and it goes back up. So there's going to be meals and there's going to be snacks. I think in Tamagotchi, a meal is good for replenishing hunger, but a snack can replenish it a little bit, and it also will replenish or increase happiness a little bit. So it will interact with more than just one stat that way. And also I think it increases weight too. So happiness is a reflection of all other stats. Maximum happiness requires pet to be full, health to be perfect, weight to be balanced, and attention to be satisfied. So it's going to be an overall look at all the stats, how well the pet is doing. It's going to change slowly, I think. Health. Pet being overweight or underweight will cause health to suffer, so you want the weight to be average. Starving is bad for health, so if we neglect our pet and don't feed him regularly and his health bar goes all the way down, that's that health bar? Hunger bar. If hunger bar goes all the way down, then his health is going to start going down as well. Messy living conditions is bad for health. Severe lack of attention will cause depression, which is bad for health. I might change that. Getting sick is bad for health. Pet always has a random chance of getting sick, but this chance increases at lower health and messy conditions. Attention. Attention stat will decrease at a steady rate, can be increased by interacting with pet, so I might set up games somehow that we can play with our pet. I don't know how that would work. This whole idea is a little bit crazy. Weight. Feeding pet increases weight. Weight decreases slowly over time. Snacks increase weight more than a normal food. Overfeeding pets increases weight more so. So if our pet is full and we keep feeding him, his weight's going to go up more than if we just feed him normally. And weight is bad for health. So that's kind of like a rough overview of what I want to do with this. Okay, so we kind of got to figure out an interface here too for our pet. We have our face figured out. These emotions are going to be controlled by pistons in the back, and they'll be connected to the happiness bar and the health bar. I don't know if I said it, but if health goes all the way down, our pet dies and we lose. We lose our friend. So for the overall look, I think I want 15 lamps over top the head for the age. That's like our progress bar on our score, kind of. If we can keep him alive. If we neglect our pet, he will die. That's kind of the overall idea behind this. And I guess maybe we'll just have like a border going around the face that comes out one. Yeah, we'll need to get light in here too, probably. Otherwise the face is going to be really dark. Do that, and then maybe one back. We'll have our stat bars, and I think I want these to be 5 blocks, or 5 lamps total. Let's just see what this looks like. I'm running out of quartz. I gotta go mine some more. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 24. So if we do that, we can stack probably 3 together, then 2 on the other side, and then at the very bottom we'll have a way of interacting with the pet, like we'll feed him there. I think that'll work out good. I'm gonna snag this stuff. Okay. Oh, did I lose one? No. Okay, okay. And a border here. Should I build it out of quartz, guys? Tell me. I love quartz. I use it all the time now. And I probably will if you don't stop me, so just a warning. And then, yeah, like our next stat bar is going to be above this one. Like 1 block above. Yeah, and then another one above that. I think that'd look pretty good, because we can do that, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because the wiring to light up the lamps is going to be 1 block in. And that will be flush with it. So that should work out. And we're going to need... how much space? Get out of there. This looks like... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, about 14 times 2, like 27, probably 27 blocks wide, because it's an odd number. That's a bit of space, and a lot of space in the back for wiring. And this will be 3, 7, 9, oh man, probably 12 tall, 11 or 12 tall total. That's a lot of space. Okay, so we got to find a home for our pet. Where do we want to keep him? Should be an area I'm nearby quite often, but kind of out of the way. Where to put our pets? Where should we put him? I've been looking around my area here, trying to figure out the best place for it. The place I visit the most, probably, or where I spend most of the time in this cave, is the storage room furnace area. So we want it kind of close to that, because I'm probably going to have some note blocks and stuff where he can communicate with us in some way. So I want to be within range of that, hopefully, so I can hear it crying for help or something like that. So this would be a good spot for that. There's also no other projects if we keep going this way. So I'm not going to hit anything that's going to get in the way. I would have to hollow out a bunch of land here, though. This isn't exactly shaped right. So that's one idea. Put it there. Could maybe put it back here somehow. But I think, trying to think if that would hit anything. I don't think I have anything there either, so that could be a possibility. Although the mushroom farm, that's there. Yeah, if we keep going, we might hit that somehow. The other idea is we could put it over here somewhere. Definitely wouldn't hit anything, and there's a lot of space kind of figured out already, like opened up. Hey. But this is probably too far away to hear note blocks. And same with tree farm area, I think that's too far away. So, I think we're going to put it up over here would be best. Alright, so we got our plan for our pet. We're not actually going to get to building it today, unfortunately. I wasted too much time talking. But I will work on it, and then I'll bring you guys in when we start moving further with the plan. So I'm going to build the interface, and then we'll start putting stuff together. I think it's going to turn out pretty good, though. I'm hoping. It might be a little bit too difficult. I'm not sure. We'll see as we get to it, though. Also, if you guys have any ideas on the pet design or pet project or game mechanics behind it, please let me know in the comments, and I will hopefully see it. I do read a lot of comments every episode I put out, and we're going to read some right now publicly. So here we go. You should try out Dwarf Fortress. So this is in response to me saying what type of games I liked last episode. I have tried out Dwarf Fortress before. I thought it was going to be a game I really liked because the game design and game mechanics to it seemed like something I would really enjoy. And I'm not the type of person that usually cares too much about graphics. The game being fun and cool is more important to me than the actual looks or anything like that. I keep waving my camera like this. That's really annoying. Ooh. Alright, but you know, I tried Dwarf Fortress out, and I realized I have a limit on graphics. It was at the point where I couldn't comprehend what was going on in the game. Like, I couldn't tell what was happening, so I couldn't enjoy it. So hopefully they'll update the graphics to that one day, and maybe I'll try it again and enjoy it then. But I didn't really enjoy it, to be honest, just because of the graphics. Alright, second comment. Etho, for me you are the biggest and best video maker. I'm not that big, I'm not fat. And best video maker on YouTube, and I really mean that. Have been enjoying your videos from the start. Thank you very much. I like reading nice comments like that every now and then. It's good to see them, and I really appreciate your guys' support. So that's going to be it for today, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll work on some of that stuff we talked about today.